everybody, it's your girl Coco Kitten Bruja here, and I am back with another deck review. So I will fully admit I had no plans on really buying this deck. I got another deck on Amazon and was like, do I want this deck? It was over in the recommended, people who bought this deck also bought this deck. And I was like, oh, it looks so cheesy, but I love cats and fuck it, why not? So I threw it in there. I think it was definitely less than $20. It might have been like 17 bucks on Amazon. And I am thoroughly impressed with this deck. This is the Cat Tarot by Lynn Kott. This deck surprised the hell out of me. I found an instant connection to it, and I actually decided to use this deck for the first time going live in a Facebook group. And this is a great group of ladies. They gave me a run for my money when it came to me pulling these cards, but this deck came with it. Came with the messages, and we had a blast, and I actually am enamored with this deck now. It is definitely a deck that I will use often. It's dope. So let's just go ahead and get into it. First off, let's talk about the packaging, because how cute is that? That is adorable, right? It is a 2-part box. All kind of neat stuff inside there with little cat paws and things. But you actually get a nice size guidebook. It is in black and white. You're not getting the color, which is fine. Pretty basic when it comes to the table of contents. It just gives you the suits, it gives you the minors, all of the different things that you normally get when you look at a guidebook, the intro, the deck, preparing for a reading, spreads, all of that good stuff. Let's go straight to the minor arcana on page 21. So you get a black and white page with the card. You get the upright, you get the reversed, and then you just get a very, very basic meaning here. It's not a whole lot. The font is pretty small. Honestly, I love these. I love this deck for the cards, not the book, because, I have a base understanding of tarot, so I don't really use the guidebook all the time. I feel like if you are new to tarot, this would still work because the meanings are pretty comprehensive. They give you just enough to understand the meaning of the card. These cards do not completely follow. Actually, they don't follow the Rider-Waite system when it comes to imagery at all. So you would want to be wary of that if you are a newbie to tarot, because you'll be learning on a system that's not as close to Rider-Waite Smith as possible. So proceed with caution if you're a newbie. If you're intermediate to advanced, then obviously this deck is going to be just fine for you. As we go into the minor arcana, it's definitely smaller. When it comes to the images, the font is still just small as hell, but it is what it is. You actually get more when it comes to the little blurb before the upright and reversed with the minor arcana. And it just goes straight through, and then it goes into about the author and the artist in the back. So that's the guidebook. Not a lot of fluff to it. It's pretty standard, quick and easy to get you through the understandings. Now, the images, they're all cats. So if you're not a cat person, this is clearly not the deck for you. I think that they're adorable, and they're witty, and they're feline, So let's just get right into it. They are semi-glossy. There's a little bit of feedback, but not a whole lot. They are standard tarot card size, that 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. And we will get into the shuffle in a second here. So we have the Fool, the Magician, The High Priestess is giving me McGonagall vibes straight out of Harry Potter. I absolutely love it. The Empress sitting pretty. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice card always makes me laugh. Like, what? The Hanged Man. Death. Temperance. The Devil. Listen, this is just hilarious. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment. Shout out to Bastet. And the World. I love it. I love it. So then we get into the minors, where we have our swords. And so when we get into the minor arcana, you'll only know based on what's in the lower left corner. So swords has this triangle, actually. So this would be swords, wands, cups, and pentacles, right? So these are your sword cards. And again, you know it by that little emblem, the little symbol in the bottom left corner. And then it actually say the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. Your pentacle cards. It's fat cat. Your page, your knight, your queen, and your king. And then we have your cups. Page, knight, queen, and king. And then lastly, we have your wands. Your page, your knight, your queen, and your wand. Your king, excuse me. So now let's give them a good old shuffle. They actually shuffle really well. I shuffle these cards quite a bit when I use them. They feel pretty durable. I put a lot of use into them and I don't see any real signs of wear and tear. I feel like these are pretty durable as far as your bridge shuffling and your side shuffling, because you don't see any wear and tear on the sides here. So we have the Three of Pentacles. I feel like the Three of Pentacles came up in the last deck review that I did, but this is about collaboration. In this particular case, I feel like there may be a somewhat different meaning based on the imagery. So I'm actually going to read from the book about the Three of Pentacles. Your rewards are in direct proportion to your dedication to your path, for better or for worse. That is interesting. That's very interesting. Your rewards are in direct proportion to your dedication to your path, for better or for worse. All right, upright. This is a good place for you. While it may not look like much to the outside world, your diligence is paying off. That cardboard box wasn't going to chew a hole in itself after all. People will start to recognize your talent and reward you accordingly. Still, don't forget that it's also a great time for teamwork and broadening your knowledge. There we go. So, based on my typical understanding of the Three of Pentacles, we're talking about the collaboration. We're talking about, broadening your knowledge when it comes to pooling knowledge and pooling resources together. But I do like the spin that they put on it in as far as the work you put in is the reward that you get out. That's very interesting. This is why I like reading the guidebook that's associated with cards, especially when you have an actual guidebook, because the author will always put their own little spin on it outside of the typical Rider-Waite-Smith meaning. So that's pretty dope. You guys let me know how you feel about this particular deck in the comments. Hit the like, the share, the subscribe. It is much appreciated. Hit me up across all social media at Coco Kitten Bruja, and definitely hit me up for your personal readings at CocoKittenBruja.com. I'm sending you guys tons of love and light and all of that fun stuff. And until next time, peace.